Every
Yeah.
freaking night.
What?
You can do that.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you listen to music when you have
I w-
sex?
sometimes, but sometimes the TV's already on because we watch TV in bed a lot.
Oh my
so-
God!
So
Let me
that's
tell
the
you. Have you
soundtrack.
ever had something on
Mm.
the TV while you're having sex and had to turn it off because it wasn't going with the
It's
mood?
so
Yeah.
irrelevant to
Or
what
like,
you're
and then
doing.
you, like, bust out laughing.
We were watching
Like
a
something
Gianni
like that.
Versace story.
That, no,
Yeah.
okay, it's
no.
inappropriate.
Sometimes it's completely irrelevant to the love you're trying to make,
Right.
and so you got to turn it off.
Something crazy's happening.
Calm
All
down,
right, you guys,
sis.
we are going to get started. I'm sorry, we're having such great conversation before the cameras start rolling.
Yeah,
but
we
John
gotta
Legend
capture
is
this.
here
Yeah.
on Lip Service. And we have a special guest host, too, my girl Jasmine.
Yes.
Jasmine.
We love her.
And we know Jasmine from DL Hughley. She co-stars with him on that show as well.
Yeah, do the best I can to tame him.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Not easy.
we know how it is when you can't tame someone, right, John?
Can't tame everybody. All you can do is say what you're gonna say, and they're gonna do what they're gonna do.
Amen.
I mean, we might as well get right into it because we can see that there's been some things, and this is happening like as we speak.
As we speak.
Kanye posted some text messages that you sent to him.
Yeah.
And it was interesting because on the Breakfast Club, I talked about what you tweeted about, just being responsible about who you say that you support and love.
Yeah.
And Charlamagne was like, well, how do we know that he's talking about Kanye? Because people just speculated that. And why didn't he just text him? And you did text him.
I did text him. But I did text him after the fact. I tweeted about that stuff first, and then I texted him this morning because I felt like I should talk to him directly.
Mhm.
And he responded, and everybody saw what our conversation
Yes,
was.
indeed.
You said, hey, it's JL. Is that what you go by? People, or you just...
Yeah, a lot of people know me as JL. A lot of my staff, like when they're just talking about me, they're like JL.
He said, you said, I hope you'll reconsider aligning yourself with Trump. You're way too powerful and influential to endorse who he is and what he stands for. I agree.
Preach.
You when you say that. What you say really means something to your fans. They're loyal to you and respect your opinion. So many people who love you feel so betrayed right now because they know the harm that Trump's policies cause, especially to people of color. Right.
Right.
Don't let this be part of your legacy. You're the greatest artist of our generation. Okay, very
Yeah.
well stated. And Kanye said, I love you, John. I appreciate your thoughts. You bringing up my fans or my legacy is a tactic based on fear used to manipulate my free thought. How dare you?
Wow.
There was more. He posted a second
Yeah.
one.
You
too.
Yeah.
sound like
He's trying to
Hitler
take you
right
down,
there.
yes.
And you said, think freely. Think with empathy and context, too. Your words and actions have consequences. Much love. And since you're posting text, let me add that I have a new single out. Thank you. By the way, we love that song.
Yes.
A good night. I would have hashtagged it, but I thought that was too much.
Well, we actually are drinking your wine right now, so
Yes.
hopefully after this,
Oh.
Cheers,
Cheers.
everybody.
Cheers.
This is the LVE.
Yes, good night.
It's our red blend.
All right, let me be sophisticated.
I thought we were supposed to tap.
And
but
put
I
your
guess
pin-
I'm not.
oh, tap. What's that for?
I
Ain't
don't
you
know
supposed
about
to
the
tap.
tap.
The table.
I don't know
And
about
I
the
think
tap.
that's like vodka or
That's if
something.
you're
I
doing
don't
like a
think that's
shot.
wine.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
this is a
Don't
shot
you do a
right
shot
This
of
now.
wine.
is not a shot. You know, it's not supposed to drink it all at once.
Oh.
She doesn't know. She's
No,
not
I don't
You
know.
sip it.
I'm ghetto.
Drink it all at once.
It's very good. Yeah, this will turn into a different show. Quick.
All right, so yeah, let's get into it because there's a lot of things
Delicious.
that we would want to talk about. But I do appreciate that you did, and you should be able to call somebody out. You know,
Yeah, and it's
that's
not. It
awesome.
wasn't about like trying to make him feel bad. I just
Mhm.
wanted him to think about what he's saying and what it means to people, and like words. I mean, he's talking about free thought and free thinking a lot, and that's fine for him to think whatever he wants to think. But every time he makes an utterance and he publishes it, it has impact.
Mhm.
And politicians, when they do things, it has impact. And when you align yourself with them, it doesn't mean you're endorsing every single thing they stand for, but you're endorsing their agenda, essentially.
Right.
And if Trump's agenda is bringing so much pain to so many people, then I don't think we should be endorsing it.
I feel like
And-
maybe he's kind of a little bit removed from the average person's.
Yeah, that's what I
struggles.
said yesterday in my tweets. I was like, sometimes we have the luxury to be insulated from that, from the consequences of what politicians do. And we're very blessed, and I'm blessed partly because Kanye decided to work with me in the beginning of my career and help launch it, and I've been very successful. He's been extremely successful. And when when politicians do bad things that affect a lot of ordinary people, they don't
Ooh.
affect us.
They're just
ordinary
well,
people.
they don't affect us in the same way. We don't feel that pain, and so we have more luxury to just kind of align ourselves with whoever. But
Right.
other people, they feel the consequences of that, and it's not a game, you know. And
When you see people getting deported and families getting torn apart,
yeah,
and him saying things like Haiti's a shithole,
yeah,
you know, I think that's just so harmful to everybody.
it's
to,
harmful to so many people, and it's very explicit in his mind, Donald Trump's mind. He has a white supremacist agenda,
Right.
and so his agenda is to, when white people felt like their status might be eroding a little bit because we had our first black president and there was some progress and some diversity and in culture and everything, there was a backlash, and he is the voice of the backlash.
Make America great again.
Yes,
Wow.
and America great again has always meant to Trump make America white again.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
Take
My
us
wife.
back again. is what it
Yes,
means.
Right.
and he's affected that through immigration policy, through having
His
Jeff,
rhetoric.
his rhetoric, having Jeff Sessions reignite the war on drugs and all these other things. He's making it clear, and also making it harder for people of color to vote. All these other things, he's making it clear that he truly wants to make America white again and to marginalize people of color as much as possible. And so when you say you love that individual that is perpetuating these policies, that's the consequences that you're advocating for, is what that person is saying they want to do and what they're doing.
Right.
And we can't just be like, I think freely. I don't have to be a Democrat just because I'm black. Okay, you don't.
You don't have to be a Democrat.
You don't.
It's true.
But you don't have to love Trump.
Right. But that's
and you have to know that your vote has consequences for people.
Mhm.
It's not just it's not just some fun thing you can say, well, I'm on this team or that team. It's not just a marketing thing. It's actual real life consequences for people.
See, but I do think he's using it as a marketing tool because obviously we know he has a project coming out.
Yeah.
So I do feel like he does stuff like this when he has projects coming out.
And she loves Kanye.
I
Mariella.
listen, I'm
and now she's so
so
disappointed.
We all love
broken.
Kanye.
We
We
all
all
love
love his
It's like a
music.
disappointment.
He's always
right.
been my
But here's the
favorite
thing, though. This
artist.
is my biggest issue.
Oh, I thought Donald Trump heard us talking.
Oh, God, I did too. I thought it was
Man.
Kanye and his people.
I hear a man
Coming to get us.
on the intercom.
This is Donald Trump.
Right.
Fuck you, motherfuckers.
I was like, what?
John Legend.
White
baby.
power.
JL, you must exit the building.
Right.
JL, white power.
Screw you and your wine.
For me to make some
Yay.
Oh my God.
Yes.
You know, this
That
is
was
like
interesting.
sangria
That
if
scared
you
me.
think
I was
about
like,
it,
what
right?
the
I mean,
hell?
this would be the
Yeah.
base of the sangria.
Is this a drill or is this not a drill?
Like, is something on fire?
No, I think we're okay.
Okay,
I don't smell smoke.
good.
The fact that we just kept talking.
I
about
know,
it.
like,
I'm like, this would be a bad way to go.
so I mean,
on
I-
videotape.
But you know what? Here's my issue with Kanye. A couple of things. First and foremost, I agree with you. I think the fact that whenever he has an album or whenever he needs attention, he does stupid stuff. Now, the biggest, for me, in terms of contradiction, we all remember when he stood on stage and said, George Bush don't like
Doesn't
black
care
people.
about black people.
So clearly you understand
right.
when
He's
you
being
see
a hypocrite.
divisive rhetoric. So knowing that Donald Trump spews that constantly, you can look at his history. You can look at the things that he does. How then can you now say, this is my brother and I
Right.
love him? That makes
Right.
no sense to me.
But knowing him, he's gonna flip it like I love everybody. Everybody
say
is-
that.
That's
Yeah.
it, but this is what
My
I'm
brother.
saying. Like he's
Yeah,
gonna run with
but
that. Like
no.
that's
But,
not what I meant. I
But
meant
I think
love.
he's always also sold himself as authentic to everybody, and like that when he said things that you might have disagreed with, you always believed he was saying it because he really felt it.
Right.
And if this is a gimmick, which based on his text, I don't know if it is a gimmick. He,
Right.
Like he seems like he just feels this way right now. But if it is a gimmick, it's not good for him because like part of what he's always said to us, he was being real.
Right.
Like even if you didn't like what he
Real
had to
is
say,
not a
even,
gimmick.
even
Yeah.
if he disrupted the proceedings with Taylor and Beyonce, like
It's something he
it
strongly
was something he
believed in.
strongly believed in. And so I want him to, if he really believes this, then I just hope he'll think about it some more and reconsider. But if he doesn't believe it, then it's not a good look.
All right, so we just had to get that out the way because this is
Yeah.
all just happening
the
as
elephant
you
in
walked
the
in.
room.
Because
Yeah.
we really want to talk more about John Legend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lots going on.
the legendary John
The
Legend.
legendary.
Who has a new single out right now.
The legend in John Legend.
Whoa. You always take.
Come on.
Oh, what?
Come on, bitch.
Let's make sure. Oh, okay, the 20th.
Wow.
We're not on the
Ooh.
20th floor, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
This is crazy. This has never happened before. This is legend.
Wow.
Well, it's because John is here, and so we're getting special
Everything's
treatment.
on fire today.
Everything is on fire. It's
We got
legendary.
fire tweets.
And that's why he's
fire in the
legendary.
building.
More fire.
More fire, more fire.
Hotter, hotter, hotter.
What if they said the 22nd room, the back to the
Yeah.
right corner,
We need-
22nd floor? Angela Yee, I'm talking to you.
Y'all gotta get
JL.
Okay, good to go? All right.
Just keeping it interesting.
Somebody's phone is
All
ringing.
right, so yeah, so I'm glad that we managed to get all of that out the way. But now we
Yeah.
got to talk about you. And by the way, I know Chrissy wants to tweet something right now.
She just did.
She did.
Oh,
Well done. I didn't see
I
it.
love her.
I need my phone so I can see.
I was like,
she has the best tweets ever.
Look,
You know what?
everybody's really
the
going
first thing
on
we
it.
want to think is, what does Chrissy have to say about this? Chrissy. All right.
Yeah, go ahead, Ann. I know Ann's good.
This is the most elaborate and complex Google Pixel phone ad I have ever seen. Everyone keeps asking me to comment on shit. Comment on Psycho Tammy Lasagna, whom I refuse, Tommy Lasagna, to give the joy to say something about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Speak up about Kanye. When it comes to people we know, we do speak up to them, not on Twitter. And sometimes I guess it makes it to Twitter. Okay, fair enough.
Now, she makes it to Twitter a lot.
Yes, but I think what she,
But
because
she
people are,
is, but she's good.
because
And
people are always
clever.
asking us about like respond to this, because anything Kanye does, people want me to respond to, or Chrissy to respond to Kim or whatever, and most of the time, if we have something we want to talk about with them, we talk to them ourselves, because we've been friends for a long time, and obviously this all became more public, but it is what it is.
Were you annoyed when you saw that he posted the? Because you didn't say nothing crazy, so.
I was like, I was a little bit surprised, but I was like, actually, I look very good in this text.
Right.
That's all that matters.
I was like,
Moving forward, I gotta
That
watch
looks
what
great.
I say.
Yeah.
I was like, this is probably better for my brand than if it weren't posted. So
You're on
Yeah.
brand with that. All right, so I want to talk about some things. Obviously, well, I know you watch Real Housewives. So.
Yes, yes.
I know you watch Atlanta. Do you watch Potomac?
Yeah, we watch both. Well, Chrissy watches pretty much everything that's on Bravo, but that includes all the housewives.
Everything's my favorite.
I see probably like 80% of them with her.
Right. You
Yes.
look very
Right?
comfortable. But one question I wanted to talk about was Karen on the Real Houses of Potomac says that her and her husband have separate financial everything. Like they have
Yeah.
separate accounts. They
Yeah.
don't know what's going on with each other's finances. Could be a lie, could be true. But I wanted to know your take on that. If Chrissy was like, look, we need separate accounts.
No, we never said that. I mean, we do most of our decisions and everything jointly. But there's certain things that are separate. We have the same business manager, but we have our own businesses because she makes a lot of money doing what she does, and I make a lot doing what I do, and a lot of the money comes in through our businesses. And then once it comes to our household, it's household money.
Okay.
That's cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
See, that's a good setup. But now, if you got a broke significant other,
Mhm.
like,
He was like,
you know what I
mhm.
mean? You know what I mean? So you might got more money than them. They might got more money than you.
Yeah, I think a lot of people get divorced over money, so
They
you
do.
have to
It's the
kind
number
of
one reason.
kind of
Yeah.
communicate well up front about what
But you know, I
y'all
think you should have a
expect.
household account, and then I think you should kind of have your own individual like fun
Yeah.
accounts.
Little
'Cause there
fun
might be
account.
things I want
Right.
to buy that I
Yeah,
don't
and
want you to
she
know
she
about.
buys what she
Yeah.
wants. She makes plenty of money. She buys what she wants, and if I want to buy her a gift, I'll buy her a gift.
Who
If she
spends
wants-
more, you or her? You would
on
say.
shopping? She spends more.
Okay, just asking.
I mean, it's not fair
On
because
shopping?
women have to spend more on shopping.
So
We
what are
do.
you spending more on?
I mean,
cars.
I spend money on
Electronics,
Things.
all kinds of things, but
boy toys.
home stuff, whatever. But women's clothes just cost more, and
They
y'all
do.
have to buy more. It's just
It's not
not-
fair.
it's not
Say
fair.
that.
Me and
It's not
Jasmine
fair.
had a whole debate about dating a man who makes less than you.
Yeah.
She said she wouldn't do it.
We disagreed on
I
this,
said
by
I
the
would.
way.
Yeah.
well, it depends on what less means. It's like if he's working hard and he's doing well in what he does, but you happen to be doing better. Like I don't feel like that's a bad thing. But you just want him to be able to. You just want him to be able to contribute to the relationship, and also I think psychologically it's tough for men when there's a huge imbalance,
Yes.
and then that affects a lot of other things.
That's right. Because let me
Uh,
tell you something. At the first chance that he
Yeah.
can't pay a bill, the very first argument you have, a chick is gonna say, "With your broke ass."
Yeah. hmm
So you're saying that a guy has to make at least the same amount as you,
Yeah,
Jasmine.
or at least the same amount or more would be nice. Not that I'm really into money, but I am. But I think
Which one is it,
No,
damn it?
no. Here's the real deal. I believe that men, I don't think they can mentally handle making less. I think it will make them feel less of a man if they know you bring in the check the biggest check. Dinner, the check comes at the end of the meal. You always have to sign in front of him and his boys. You know what I mean? I think it just causes problems.
Did this happen to you before?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
And they don't want to hear about it.
I can see that.
You know what I
can
mean?
definitely
Like in
see
front
that.
of him, Chris,
Right.
Tommy,
And
Mike.
Tyrone.
It happens. And no matter how gentle you try to be about it, their egos are always bruised because they know they don't make as much money
Right.
as you. And then they don't want to hear about it. I'm like, yo, I can't help that I make. And the other thing is, I believe people should be equally yoked. I think if you have a lot to lose, I think then you should be with someone else who has a lot
Yoke
to
me,
lose.
I yoke you.
Yo,
Yeah.
We yoking.
We yoke together.
I think if I make more than the person, I don't want to join account with them. You gotta get
But
your
if he
own
makes more
account.
than you
If he
don't
make
mind.
more than me, we could join
I
our
know.
accounts.
So you can take his
That
extra.
sounds one-sided to
Yeah, it
me.
sounds pretty
Sounds pretty fair to me, because like some people are just wicked. Like some people really do be in it for like money. Like, and I know a lot of females that have been in relationships with guys for money. So I feel like guys can be in relationships with girls or females, women, whatever, for money as well. So I would never want nobody to like try to get over on me like, oh fuck, I'm broke. Let me get with this bitch.
What
She got a
happened to
coin.
somebody being in love? What if y'all knew each other and you
Love
just happened
and
to
money.
be doing really well?
Let me tell you
I
something.
think, well, listen, I think at the beginning of a relationship is one thing to be wary and be guarded. But after you get to a certain point where you really trust that person and y'all really are a team, then y'all need to act like a team to me. And you can't be always looking over your shoulder, wondering if they're just in it for the money.
Right.
Like if you've gotten to that point 10 years in or whatever, and Chrissy and I have been together since 2006 or 2007. And if you're at that point in your relationship and you still worrying about trusting them with money, then there's bigger problems in your relationship.
Right.
Money.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
it's like a fundamental trust issue.
But then my thing changes when it comes to like if I've gotten with a guy, he makes good money, and then he loses his
it.
job.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna leave him over that,
yeah,
especially
I
if we've
think
been
that's
together
different.
for a long time. Then we're operating as a team.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna come in with nothing, and I got
Well, no,
something.
we're not saying
'Cause
nothing.
then I'm
Yeah,
like,
you gotta work or do
We're not saying
something.
nothing.
you need to
We
be
made it really
working well.
dramatic.
I'm just saying.
Because it's a lot of hours in a day. If he
Yes.
can't make a couple dollars,
What if
in
he's
those
only
hours-
19? No,
Well,
I'm kidding.
first
Why
of
would he be
all,
19?
We got a whole
Exactly.
different situation.
Is Black China here?
Right. Why are you talking about me? I'm right here.
That's just fun.
That's funny.
All right, now let's talk about this is a topic that we were discussing before you came in, putting trackers on people's phone.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
like the Find My Phone thing, Find My
Oh.
Friends, and all of that. What?
Find
John?
My iPhone.
What do you mean? Find it on someone else or find your own?
No,
They got
like
to put
You're
you on.
tracking
like
people.
located on the GPS.
You're tracking people?
Yeah, you
Everything's feeling like Black Mirror to me
Yeah.
right now.
Right. Oh my God, that's my show.
Yeah.
The one where you can see the numbers of followers they got above the
Yes.
Black Mirror. Yo, y'all gotta watch that.
If
You
you
told
don't
me
watch
to
Black
watch that
Mirror,
before.
I've never
it's
seen
so
that.
relevant to everything we're talking about, especially
Right.
with technology and the way the show is basically kind of structured like Twilight Zone, where each episode is its own episode and it's about something kind of weird and a little bit futuristic, but it's future, but it's like now future. It's like things you can imagine happening in the next 5 to 10 years
Right.
and how it could go awry and how
see that.
technology could go awry in our lives, and it's so real. You feel
gotta
all
watch
these
it.
stories. You really have to watch
Watch
it.
it.
It's really good.
So what do you
It's
so what
on
do you think
Netflix.
about the Find My Friends and that whole app? Because it could be a situation where she's like, okay, we need to know where each other are just in case something happens.
Well, at this point in my life, everybody knows where I am.
Yes.
Like
I'm here.
I have it's on my calendar. My whole team knows where I am. Like TMZ knows where I am if I show up anywhere. Like I have literally nothing to hide
can't do
and
anything.
nothing I can hide.
Yeah, so it's a little different for you personally.
So it's different for me.
But for relationships in general, like
Right.
what would you say?
Because
If,
you could get in that car in the middle of the night with the tents on and go somewhere.
he can't.
Not saying
No,
that,
no.
but
No,
you
no.
know what I'm saying. Like if you really wanted to get somewhere, you can.
Yes, but if you're in an early stage, I don't feel like anybody should be stalking your whereabouts at any time. And then once you're like 5 or 10 years in, listen,
Is it okay?
it's hard for you to argue with it because it's like, well,
what can you say?
Like-
it's like, what can you say? Because she's like, I just need to know where you are at all times, and you're like, well, I don't want you.
Right.
Like-
but then
Well,
that
why
sounds
not?
suspicious.
Yeah,
Why
that's
not?
automatically
Where are you
suspicious.
going?
That's the problem.
Yeah, so I feel like it's hard to say no at that point.
It's and you got to leave your phone and have another phone.
See.
Leave the phone at home.
Because my
Yo, the
friend-
best way out of this situation is not to be lying all the time, not to
There
be
you
cheating.
go.
It's like
There
it
you
truly
go.
is. Honestly, it's like just better for your sanity.
Right.
Like you don't like lying all the time is not easy. It's
So
It's
then
not
why do
it's
men do it all the
stressful.
time?
It's stressful.
Why do people do it?
And
all
there's
the
so
time?
many
Especially
more ways to
like
get-
being stressed out.
And there's so many
Yeah.
more ways to get caught now. So it's like
It's
there's no
possible.
point.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I feel like back in the day it was so
If
much
you don't wanna
easier
be-
to cheat
It
and stuff
was.
like
And
that.
if you
know?
don't want to be with
Creep.
somebody, if you don't want to be faithful, just don't be in that long-term relationship at this point because there's so many ways to get caught. Like just don't do it. Don't do
But-
it to yourself. Don't do it to somebody else.
I'm sure before Chrissy, you've gotten caught cheating. Do you have any
No.
caught cheating? Never?
Never?
But
No.
you have cheated. You just never got caught before when you were younger.
Yeah, when I was younger, I cheated.
'Cause
and
you
didn't
wrote
get
songs
caught.
about it, and I don't want to believe that
Yeah.
you're lying in your lyrics.
Yeah.
I feel like he's slick as hell though.
Yes.
Like he'll get
With
caught
that
in
face
his
and like, I don't know what you're talking about.
all of me.
I never got
He's
caught,
like, I'm
honestly.
fucking, let's fuck.
But the worst part is feeling like you have to lie about stuff, and it's so much healthier for your own mind
Yeah.
to not have to go around lying.
Right.
Well, I
Truly.
can't keep up with lies anyway. I
Yeah, it's
forget what
like-
lies
Me
I
either.
told.
Wait,
It's
what I
like-
say I was
It's
doing?
so
I
much
did.
healthier. It's so much healthier
Yeah.
to not have to lie. It's like so peaceful in your life.
That's
Yeah.
How many have y'all ever gotten caught in a lie?
Oh God.
true. Angela, no, I tell her myself all the time.
See,
Yeah.
I can't. I
have.
can't
TJ was about to
lie.
tell, but you've gotten caught. In a
I've
lie.
gotten caught in a lie before. That's why I can't lie because y'all know how open and honest I am about everything. So I'm always just, running it down verbatim that I can't remember that. Like, oh, this is supposed to be the truth. When it's really not. Like, I can't remember that. Like,
I
I'm just
definitely
tell the
got
truth.
caught big time in a lie. I remember I was dating this guy and we had took a break
Mhm.
or whatever. So
Break.
we ended up getting back together, but I had already told this other guy he could come visit me. So I lied and told my boyfriend I was going to Barcelona. I don't know why I made this elaborate lie up. Because sometimes I feel like an elaborate lie is more believable.
Yes, it is.
Because you're like, there's no way she's gonna just say she's going to Barcelona.
You gotta be up on all the details though.
But I guess he knew I was lying, and so he came to my house while the guy was there.
Yeah.
So I just opened the door and I was like, okay, you caught me.
Yeah.
And I introduced them to each other. And
No.
Oh, and how did it end?
it was fine. He just left, and that was that. And I finished my weekend.
That's like she's got to have it.
It was nothing I could do about it. I got caught lying. I think when you get caught lying, it's really important to just admit it.
Well, no, it's really important
I-
just to get mad.
You
No, I
get
think
mad.
You just turn the tables.
You
Well, what are
should,
you
like-
doing
you
here?
just gaslight.
Why would you follow me? Yeah, you just turning
You
around on
fucking
them. You're
That's
stressing
what
me out
the
all
flip.
week. Why do you think I'm here?
That's
I feel
Trump's
like men
strategy.
do that,
That's
yeah.
gaslighting.
Yeah.
Guys do that.
Guys do that all,
All
the
the
time.
time.
They
All
try-
Why you not trust me
Yeah,
enough?
They try to beat you, get
So you
mad.
just gotta show up?
Yeah.
That must
How
mean
is
you
you?
doing something.
You don't trust me. That's the problem.
And that's what our problem
That's
is.
why he's here now.
That is called gaslighting.
Right.
All right, so we have a little game to play, and this is going to be
All
a
right.
John Legend playlist game, okay?
Okay.
It don't have to be your songs, but the theme is a good night.
All right.
And so this is all about your bedroom playlist.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
All right? So what is the best song to make a baby to?
You should know.
I'm all about the Marvin Gaye for sex time.
So which song?
I like the whole I Want You album. It's dope.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with
I have
that.
that vinyl.
I Want You. I had that one too.
Yeah. All right, what is the best song to get a blowjob to?
I don't know.
If you had to put a soundtrack to
I haven't thought about
that. Ladies,
the
help 'em out. What's
particulars of that.
Wow.
Some head.
It's something you
Yeah.
gotta have. It's gotta have like a
I
good
feel like
My
it's
bad.
I don't know
My
if there's
bad.
a
Keep
separate
you on
song
beat,
for
yeah.
that, and I feel like it's all part of the same song.
It's gotta be something like and
I'm going
And
down.
I'm going down.
That's a good
Yes.
one.
or lay your head on my pillow, because that's what that's
Well,
for
that's
the
more
women.
for
That's for-
yeah.
Yeah, that's a
women.
good one actually. I gotta
And
bring
just
back some more
relax.
Tony in my life. And somebody was playing Anniversary in the car the
Oh,
other
that's
day,
my song.
and I was just like, why haven't I played this album in so long? I need to play
That's
this
my
again.
album.
That album and the one right after it, classic Tony albums.
Now you gotta do Shorty got low.
Oh, SWV downtown.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
For
That's a
you to
good
go
one,
down
too.
on her. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
That's the way to her love.
Mm.
All right, what is the best song to have really freaky, crazy sex to?
I got all the ratchet.
Y'all could
songs.
answer
I'm like
too.
thinking,
You
She's
I
should
a
didn't
answer.
very
thinking
freaky
like,
girl.
You are very
Yeah, you could do
ratchet.
like Prince. I feel like Prince would be
Prince is
good.
dope.
Oh yeah.
Which one? What Prince song? We need a specific
You
song.
could do like
Do Me
Insatiable.
Baby.
Yeah,
Do Me Baby,
Insatiable.
Insatiable is
Yeah.
good.
Mhm.
Yeah, Prince is good for that.
I also think
Darling Nikki, she
Jodeci.
was masturbating
Yeah.
to a magazine.
Oh, that's true. But that's more like a masturbation song.
Mhm.
I think Jodeci freaking you.
Every freaking night.
What?
You can do that.
Ooh yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you listen to music when you have
I w-
sex?
Sometimes, but sometimes the TV's already on because we watch TV in bed a lot.
Oh my
so-
God!
So
Let me
that's
tell
the
you. Have you
soundtrack.
ever had something on
Mm.
the TV while you're having sex and had to turn it off because it wasn't going with the
It's
mood?
so
Yeah.
irrelevant to
Or
what
like,
you're
and then you,
doing.
like,
I
bust out
remember
laughing,
we were watching
like
a
something
Gianni
like that.
Versace story.
That, no,
Okay,
it's
no.
inappropriate.
Sometimes it's completely irrelevant to the love you're trying to make,
Right.
and so you got to turn it off.
Something crazy's happening. On the
Yeah.
You're like, all right, this is messing up the
Right.
mood. I
They're
don't
like
know
for
what's
Yeah.
constipation, blood,
Right.
gas,
Or
nausea.
Jesus is watching. What?
Exactly.
Don't
Jesus
say that.
is watching.
Who's
Exactly.
looking?
Yeah, that TV. And sometimes you gotta mute it because it's
Yes,
like I
exactly.
can't.
Yeah, that shit will fuck out the mood.
Yeah,
OD.
music is better.
Music is way better.
Yeah.
All right, now what is forget freaky sex. What's the best song to make love to?
Oh.
Oh, y'all don't
There's
make
so
love?
many.
No,
making
we're saying like,
love
ah.
songs.
Didn't they
I'm
say
trying
that
to
like
think too, 'cause,
savages?
No, we're like,
There's
I
so
still
many.
would go with
I would go
Marvin
with Marvin
Gaye.
Gaye too.
He's
Distant
Marvin,
lover.
God.
Distant
Yes.
lover.
They'd be like, I'm right here.
Lover.
What are you thinking about?
Yeah.
Let's start an argument. What are you thinking
where that
about?
bitch at? Because I'm about to go
Right.
find her.
And okay, what about still Marvin Gaye? What about you guys? Best song to make.
See, mine would be Marvin too. I love Marvin Gaye.
What about Teddy
Like, come get to
Pendergrass?
this and
Come on.
Yeah, come get to
yeah,
this.
it's
Yeah.
a great one.
Turn off the light.
You know
Yeah.
what? I'm gonna say this, and I know y'all about to kill me.
She about to say something really
Uh-oh.
She about
ratchet.
to
You gonna
say
say
something
something
ratchet.
It's not ratchet. I
She's
swear to
gonna be like,
God.
"That's my dog."
That's my dog. Hey. No. I was gonna say I've had sex to this album before. I'm only ashamed because he ain't shit.
R. Kelly.
Chocolate Factory.
Girl, I was gonna say TP2.com, but you know we can't.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Sad day.
All we can do is
Sad
Sad day in
sigh.
R&B.
I'm not gonna lie.
He's
Oh,
canceled
R.
in our
Kelly.
home.
Right.
Yeah, it's a sad day in our
sorry.
Yes.
Daughter, you can't just
I
be
can't
putting
roll
on.
with you on
Yeah.
Well,
that.
now you do it. You think about a
Yeah.
molester.
You're like, he's talking
Yeah,
about
you
it.
can't even
Yeah,
listen
I'm
back to
thinking
his
about a lot
lyrics
of
now
stuff.
because
This was
Yeah.
years ago.
Too many of the
'cause
lyrics.
now it doesn't. You're like,
too many of the
wait a
lyrics don't
second.
sound right now that you
Well,
know everything
right.
that he's done.
He's telling us everything he was doing.
Nah,
Yeah.
Aaliyah was the worst.
He
Age ain't
literally
nothing
wrote
but a
Age ain't
number.
nothing but a
Yeah,
number.
you're
Go
like,
with
now
that.
we get it.
Nothing
You're
but
like,
a
you're
thing.
14.
The Pied Piper. I
It's
get it
just
now.
more than a number.
Yes,
damn it.
more.
Like what?
He literally called himself the Pied Piper.
Yes. So when
And
you
like
think
it
about
was
it now,
right
you're
there
like,
in front of us all along.
Yeah,
we didn't
that
want to
was
see it.
sick.
We was
He
too
told-
busy
he tried to
stepping in
tell
the name of
y'all.
He
love.
tried his
Yeah.
head, told y'all.
But y'all didn't want to hurt
Ain't
him.
nobody want to listen.
But you know what? It's like he's really not getting canceled.
Well, I just heard
it's
that
not
someone.
over.
It's been
not
taking
over.
so long though.
I mean,
Yeah.
the thing is, it's almost too late because he's well past his prime anyway. So,
Yeah.
like the money he was gonna make has already been made pretty
Mhm.
much, and like he could still tour, but like he's already done so much in his career and done so much damage to so many girls.
Yeah.
Right.
Like him being canceled at this point, I mean, it matters, but it matters less than it would have mattered
When
At the
10
prime.
years ago.
But you know, I think it's so funny how we are able, well, not everyone, because I wasn't able to do it, to separate the
Mhm.
person from the act. Like
Mhm.
with Bill Cosby.
Once I read enough about
We-
it, I just stopped listening.
Yeah,
to him.
you know what I mean? You
honestly.
still, there's so many people who will fight for Bill Cosby. I'm
Mhm.
like, yo, you're fighting for Cliff Huxtable.
Mhm.
Well, let's talk
Mhm.
about Bill
Right,
Cosby.
right, right.
You
And I
think they
think with
should have
R.
taken
Kelly,
the Cosby Show off the air
yes.
because of the other people on the show.
Hell
too,
no.
though.
I just saw the
Take
Cosby
no.
Show
I'm
yesterday
not
on
gonna lie.
TV1.
Don't take the Cosby Show off.
Ah.
That's like part
Well, I
of
guess
our.
it does hurt other people.
Yeah, that's part of our
but I just,
culture.
I have so
though.
many
It
problems
is.
with
It wasn't
what
like he was a
allegedly
rapist on
did.
the show.
Honestly,
that
I
we
can't
knew.
watch him anymore, and
It's
I can't listen
hard.
to Aura anymore. I can't
It's
do it.
it's tough.
I'm
But
done.
even with R. Kelly, we know
Yeah.
what he did, and we'll still be like, yo, but I love Step in the Name of Love.
I
And
just
Chocolate
don't-
Factory is my jam.
Somebody,
Yeah.
we had a party. A DJ was playing a song at my house. I was like, "Turn that off."
Stop.
please."
Turn that shit
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Next
Yeah.
song.
Next.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No
was like,
ignition remix.
It's
is
hard.
not-
Now, usually I'll do this, but go ahead and
But,
turn that
skip to
bullshit
the next
off.
song.
And I really did love a lot of it too. You know,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like I'm good though. There's other music to listen to.
Absolutely.
All right, what is the best song to try a new move to? You know, every now and then you gotta. Are there any new moves to
The
try?
cha-cha slide.
No, what new
Cha-cha.
move
I
is
like
it?
that.
Are there any new
Cha-cha. That one.
And if they are, what
The
are
Macarena.
I don't know.
To the left.
Slide
Take it
to
back
the
now,
left.
y'all.
Yeah.
Two houses
Turn it
style.
Crisscross, turn them out.
I feel like it should be
How
one
low
of.
can you go?
Yeah, it should be
Take it
like
down
a
to the
song,
floor.
a song with dance steps in it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Dun, No,
with
2 times.
instructions. Yeah, you gotta have instructions with it.
Yo, that's crazy.
When is the last time you tried something new in the bedroom, though? Because is there anything new
I don't
under
know.
the
No,
sun?
it's been a
See, I
while.
don't think there is.
'Cause we
I
just-
don't. I don't think there's anything new. If there is, I need to know about
There
it.
has to be.
Nah, sometimes. Many
Well,
things.
like what?
Put your finger down, L'Oreal.
No,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
we
Come on now,
yeah.
finger
that
hut.
damn finger.
Shut up.
Finger hut.
Finger hut. Finger butt.
Finger butt.
So, like, what's okay? Clearly, L'Oreal's just done something
No,
new.
I said this
Don't do the whole hand.
in
girl.
another. Okay, let me put my hands to the side. No, but like I really do think that something that's important that I feel like we take for granted is like different positions that we can be doing. I feel like I've looked at like one of those books and be like, ha ha ha, and closed it back. Sis.
Yeah,
Study,
Open that
bitch.
back up.
yeah.
Get to studying.
Because at first I'm like, why the fuck are they in all these positions? Because mainly it was
Like
when
the
you were
Kama
younger.
Sutra.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
you
the Kama
seen that
Sutra or
kind of
tantric
stuff.
sex.
Yeah,
But I think
even in the thesaurus back in the day, that I'm
Actually,
old.
that's something I would like to try.
Not
new.
thesaurus,
I would like to try-
encyclopedia
I
and
would
shit.
like to-
Shut up! I had a couple drinks. I'm mixing
I'm
one
gonna
of
let y'all
my
go.
He's like,
No,
I'm
but
out.
I definitely think like the different positions because I've tried different positions. Fairly.
Rock the boat.
But that's like a case by case scenario because all guys can't get you to certain positions.
Right.
Well, is it because
Other
it's not
guys.
long enough?
Why? What do you mean?
Well, I think
Some guys are more athletic than others.
Okay.
Some guys can move better than
Okay.
others.
or some guys,
Some
they're
guys
not-
might have an
they're
injury
not-
and can't really get
An
to it. The way they need
injury?
to.
But like, I
Yeah.
wonder, like, do
You
you,
know, like
try
a-
different positions, or
injury.
do you
or
just
they're not
have, like, the
endowed
same-
enough to try a
I
particular
think you just
Exactly.
have
Because
to.
look,
Honestly, I feel like you just have to go with the flow because, like, it's all about chemistry
Right.
with that individual, and I think it's great to switch things up, but it's all about the flow and the chemistry and the way your bodies work
Mhm.
together.
Have you ever tried
Together.
tantric sex?
No.
Yeah, I
See,
wanna
there's
try
something
tantric
different.
sex.
There
Okay,
we go.
there we
Yeah.
go. Put on some Marvin Gaye, get that tantric sex going.
There we go.
Can you
Burn
listen
some
to music
incense.
while you do tantric sex?
I feel like I need some
I-
sleep though. What,
Yeah.
How long is
Well,
it
really,
supposed
it's
to
about
go?
a mental thing, though.
Yeah.
That's what
Isn't
it's
that
really
supposed to
about.
go,
It's
like,
a
Like,
mental
hours
That was
and
a
hours?
show.
hours?
He did that for
like
like
a
That's how
mental,
it
I heard
it's a
they
mental
used to say
connection and
Sting
it's a lot
used
of
to do
like
that, too.
touching and
Like-
rubbing.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of like
So it's
physical
really
intercourse.
not really. I mean, it's about sex, but
It's
it's
kind of
really
like
about.
foreplay, like
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
to the
That sounds
extreme.
cool.
Yeah.
Because I was
Yeah.
really
Sting
sitting
used
here
to do
like,
that?
He was
Sting does
he
it.
was the one that I
He's-
first heard about
yeah,
it
he's still
in
into it.
context with.
Oh, Chrissy just tweeted Kim Kardashian. Are we still doing dinner Friday or no?
Oh, I love
yo, she
I love
mad
her.
funny.
I love it.
She hella funny. Yo. It's a no.
Nah, we good.
Yeah,
Y'all
everybody's
good?
good. Listen, they're friends. That's why she could make a joke
Who's
like that.
cooking though?
Um,
Chrissy.
Because I heard you
Yeah,
be cooking.
she's-
No, John's
we
a
both
great-
cook a lot. We both cook a lot, but Chrissy cooks more. But she's pregnant right now, so
You
I
gotta
try
cook.
to not make her stand up too much.
Does she make you
Ah,
make
that's
different things than she normally eats?
Now that she's pregnant again.
Well, I cook. I can cook just about anything. I'll just go online and look for a recipe.
Mm-hmm.
But I like making soul food. I make
Yes.
Jamaican food sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
I'm not Jamaican, but I
Oh.
be
You make some
Jamaican
jerk
it.
chicken?
I be Jamaican. I got one of the best curry chickens you ever had.
I make curry chicken.
Okay.
But I just go online and find good recipes, and if we like it, we try it again.
And follow the instructions.
Yeah.
Why is it so
Yeah.
hard
It's
for
not
people
that
to
hard.
figure it out?
Yeah,
Right.
it's not
All
that
you gotta
hard.
do is poke a hole in
Angela.
the thing and put it in the microwave for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Take it out, mix it up, put it back in.
Angela does not follow fucking instructions. We had one of the blue apron things, and I cooked one and she cooked one. I'm like,
My thing
Angela,
came out
doesn't
wrong.
look like the picture. It was supposed to be shredded chicken. She made full chicken breast.
Listen,
with
I don't have time to. I
Well,
never
I think
read
sometimes you
directions
think you
for
can do
anything.
better.
Tell her to read.
Like, maybe I'm gonna add
Don't
this.
ever buy
That's
anything
one of
from
Chrissy's
IKEA
pet
because you
peeves
gotta
because
read
she
those
has a
directions.
cookbook and everything, and some people are just like, I don't cook. And the thing is, I feel like everybody
Everybody
can
can
cook.
cook.
Everybody
Yeah,
can.
you can.
That's
Yeah.
the name of a cookbook. Everybody can cook.
Yeah.
But
But I also think you put your own kind of spice to it. So maybe she
Right.
thought, I'm gonna put
I
a little
spiced
twist
it
no,
on
up.
it.
that is
I'll
Angela.
put the whole
was- yeah,
chicken
that
in
is
there.
your
See
style.
how
I've
that
been making all
works.
kinds of stuff that's not supposed to be like how it's made.
Yeah,
all the
no.
time.
She comes up with creation.
All right, I found from Men's Journal how you can have tantric sex, so I want you to try it.
No, okay.
Oh, I'm
All right,
sorry.
so-
I just want to say I had no idea what tantric sex was until just now. Y'all didn't say
Well, I'm gonna tell you right
what
now.
it was or
She's
nothing.
telling.
So the
Yeah.
first step is creating a sacred space. So you got to get some scented candles, some luxurious bedding, maybe some
Nice.
chocolate, some of your wine, perhaps.
Yes,
Yeah,
LVE.
That's just for
This is
you, though.
good.
And they said get plenty of water so you can stay hydrated. Sounds like some
Oh.
yoga or
Well,
something.
because you're gonna be in there for a long time. That's why.
And it says
Yeah.
get comfortable. Don't wear your college hoodie and sweatpants, but do get some comfortable clothing. All right. Some people practice in the nude, but for other people, they like to undress during. Now,
Okay.
get in sync. So you have to sit across from your partner on the bed, start playing some pleasant music, some Marvin Gaye.
Mhm.
Stare into each other's eyes, and then that's when you create a sinking sensation. Sounds scary. That's when you also synchronize your breathing. You know, that's how they say you could really love somebody when you lay next to each other and you guys breathe the same.
Oh my God.
It's called
yes.
mirroring.
Okay.
It's true.
I like that. That sounds good.
Right. Okay. And then check your feelings as you relax. Emotions are going to come and go. Understand these are part of the present experience. So breathe into any tension that may arise and continue to breathe and to get that spiritual connection. Then do a massage. And that's when you tease and touch non-erogenous zones. You could also use feathers, hot wax. Everybody's looking at me.
I'm
You
like,
can
when we
use-
get to the sex.
Yeah, I'm already
The whole
over
point
it.
is you
That's the
don't
point.
do it.
The whole point is that you don't actually have
Oh my
sex. I
God.
said that
No,
already.
I know.
Nah, I'm
Yeah.
over it.
It's not
It's
intimate.
yeah,
Y'all
I'm
don't remember
done.
the Sex in the City episode when they went to the
Hated
tantric sex class and the guy and he like came all over the place and they were like, oh my God.
When did this happen?
Hated
Sex
it.
in the City.
Oh, yes. All right. So then they said penetrative intercourse and orgasm aren't the goals of tantric sex. And then you have to get in the yab yum position.
See, nah, this is all
So it sounds like really extended foreplay.
It
with- but very
But it's
focused
like-
on being present
Yes,
and
and
being in
mental.
sync.
Yes,
like
that's
meditating
all it
together,
is.
kind of.
That's what it is.
I like
Learning
that.
one
It sounds
person's
beautiful,
body.
honestly. It's like, when do we have
sounds
time for
Oh,
that?
look, at the
Exhausting.
end it says the sex. Okay, so.
Oh, yes. Woo!
But
Mhm.
first you have to try a tantric kiss. So that's similar to. Hold
I'm
on.
joking. I'm joking.
Listen, we're being tantric here. So it says it's normal. What would you do normally, but in slow motion? So you get close, share a breath. Hopefully you guys have good breath. It's not in the morning.
Yeah.
And kiss slowly and sensually, and then savor each sensation, and then the sex.
Well, who kisses fast?
Some people do.
I mean, if you
Like,
happy to
I
see
thought
the
all
person-
kisses were like slow and sensual. Otherwise,
Well,
what's the point?
But I think you could be consciously slower
Mhm.
than normal.
That's true.
And like really think about every breath.
I probably
can see that.
laugh during this. Don't you think you'd be like laughing?
Yes.
I would try it though.
I'll be making
Yeah.
jokes.
I'm
and
not mad
everything.
at that description.
That's
Okay, so
nice.
he's gonna try it. Let us
Well,
know
cheers
how
to
it
that.
goes.
Go tantric.
All right. Now, another thing we were talking about is if you had a porno, what would it be called?
Ah, the legend. What? My name is ready for. It's so porn
The
ready.
legend.
Yes.
John, the legend.
All right. Yeah,
It's
that's a lot to live up to.
legendary.
Now, I feel like he's been. Did you figure this out beforehand? Or?
You know, the funniest part about my name
Mhm.
is not my real name, and it wasn't, it wasn't given to me by, a sexual partner, of course. But, but it was a name that was about me as a vocalist and as a singer and everything. But anyway, when I had to register it as a trademark, there was already another person named Johnny Legend,
Ooh.
and he was a porn producer.
So it all makes sense.
and like a rockabilly singer and performer. And so we had to basically agree that I would never use Johnny Legend, he would never use John
Oh,
Legend.
hilarious.
And so
Where's
part
he
of
now?
the negotiation, I don't know. Part of the negotiation, this is before I was ever famous. He
Right.
didn't know if I was going to be anybody.
Right.
And we got a pretty good deal. I got it for like 10 grand, given
Oh,
all
wow.
all that I've
He's like, damn.
made and since then is
Yeah, yeah,
worth
pretty
it.
good.
But that was the deal, and that was who it was with. He did have a connection to porn.
I
He
have a
played
good.
himself.
I have a good porn title for you, and let's all think of some for him. All right. Give me the red light.
Oh.
Instead of
Give
green
me
light.
the
Have
red
periods.
That's
light
nasty.
Red light.
that show
Oh, man.
all
Red
through
light.
the night.
Was that? No, they were talking about something else. She talking about running the red light.
Okay.
So you run red lights.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's above my head.
What is this red light? you
What is
speak
this
of?
red light? you
Does
speak of?
anybody have some good names? Because we wanted, in case he was gonna make a porno,
Um,
or maybe you have a good name for a porn for yourself.
Ladies?
Like, everybody's quiet now.
I know, we're trying
You
to
had so
think.
many downstairs, L'Oreal.
Nah, I know. I can't remember none now.
The finger bang.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. Well,
Finger
see,
butt, finger
that's
bang.
it. Now y'all
That's
about
Finger
to
you.
Hold on.
She loves
I'm
putting
not-
her
Finger
in guys'
bandit, the
butt.
I
finger
had no
bandit.
idea how X-rated this interview was going to
Oh,
be.
you
but
didn't know?
I'm here for it, though. It's all
Yeah,
good.
okay, okay, yes,
It's
yes,
all
yes,
good.
yes. There we go. Applaud that man. But I see no, but Angela keeps saying and acting like I stick my finger up everybody's
You
butt.
do.
do you?
This is the thing.
Who said that?
Don't never
No.
ever
I
shake
like
her
you,
hand.
Drew.
This is the
Yeah.
thing.
You
No,
guys
it's
give her a
not that.
pound.
You know, like when guys are getting good head, they'll pretty much let you do anything. Like you could probably like you know, that's it. So if you want to slide like a little finger up
Do
their
you
butt.
enjoy it, or you?
Yeah,
do
I
you
think
believe
I
it's
do.
bringing
I
him
do.
joy?
I enjoy it.
Both.
He enjoys it too
Okay.
because y'all have a G spot up there.
Okay.
So you know, as long as I'm pleasing him, I'm happy.
I
too.
smell your finger from
That's
here.
No, you don't, bitch. Because I wash my hands.
That smell sometimes don't go away. It's
Yes,
stains.
it does. See,
It's all under your
I would.
nails.
First of all, I would never put my finger in no dirty boy butt.
You don't
like,
know if his butt is dirty.
Right.
or
Yes,
not.
Do you
I
make him
do.
clean
First
First
first?
of all, I don't like to have. I like no.
Like, does he have to go in the
How
bathroom?
do we? How do we
Stop
get
legend.
Stop legend.
Oh, that's a good porn title.
Stop legend.
Stop legend.
There we go. I came up with one.
All right, what about you, Jasmine?
What?
What's your porn gonna be called?
Pretty kitty.
Oh, I'm not mad at that. Pretty kitty.
Hello, kitty.
Hello.
What's the plot? What's the plot?
It's a pretty kitty.
There's no plot. It's
No,
just
but is there ever a plot to
Yes.
a porn?
I think porn
Nobody
should have
ever-
a plot.
Well, wait. So who actually watches the plot with the sound
No,
up?
I don't get the. Oh, I
You
listen to the
sometimes.
sound.
Really?
I like the
I
sound.
don't.
What
You don't like the
for?
sound?
You turn the volume on?
No,
I
I,
like to watch
understand.
You just gotta
Like,
fast
I'm
forward
saying I
right
don't
to
watch
it.
I don't
The
watch
plot.
the plot.
Yeah,
Just
because
get
there's
straight
no
to the-
one.
No,
take
I-
the panties
Pizza
off.
man comes to the door. Oh, here she is, and
Here's
and
your
nothing. Pizza down,
pepperoni.
bam.
They
It's
should. They
the
need to
plot.
update that to like seamless comes to the door. Uber Eats.
No, they never come, right? No, I think after they come, I think them coming is the plot, isn't that?
Mm.
No,
Ah,
yeah.
the people that make the films, they want to have a plot, and
Right.
they put the time and attention into it. But I think a lot of consumers of it are like fast forward. You know?
Wow.
So you don't pay attention to the plot at all. Do you just?
No.
Are you the type of person that watches the same porn that you know you like over and over? That's it, or you
No.
have to
I
vary?
like variety.
I got a few favorites.
I have favorites.
Yeah.
Gigi's favorites are disgusting. I don't even know.
Yeah.
No, some of the stuff I watch can be disgusting, but my favorites are like all girl orgies and
Mhm.
that type of stuff.
All right, makes sense.
Well.
That makes sense. What's yours?
This topic has got me a
Oh,
little
you don't-
hot and bothered.
So wait, you don't have
So,
a favorite like?
I don't have a favorite porn. I'll watch anything.
Mhm.
Any kind of
Anything?
porn. Yeah, I will.
Let me send you some of the stuff I be watching.
I'm not gonna watch anything with dogs and cows.
Oh
in
no
it.
no no!
Like-
Y'all do
No,
bestiality
no, no.
What do
or
you think of
necrophilia.
Gigi?
No, I'm just
Right?
How would you even say
You're
that?
an animal.
Exactly. Clutch my pearls. That's my favorite.
That would be my
Ah.
porn.
Now
okay?
that's a good one.
Listen, that would be the name of my porn. Clutch my pearls. Because I make anybody go like this. The type shit I be into.
And then the
You
pearl
guys are
necklace
running me
comes
off.
right after that.
So
What
listen,
about
I have
when
to
they-
bounce. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're leaving.
I have to go. I
Oh,
have to do
she
my
gotta
other
go to
show. Yeah.
All right, yeah,
Bye,
she has a
Jasmine.
job. She
I have
has
a
a
job,
job.
sorry.
and
Tell
I'm
DL
gonna
we
help
said
them out.
Yes,
Tell
tell
DL
DL
hi.
we send our love.
I will do that for
Bye.
sure. Bye. Bye,
Bye,
Jasmine.
She has another job. A real okay.
What if
I
they
said
don't
a real
come-
job?
a real job,
We don't
really
have real
think.
jobs.
What if they don't come in the porn? Isn't that frustrating? Like you ever watched?
I'm
the
not really
porn?
preoccupied with whether they do or not.
Why? I have to see. The
You come when they
finish.
come.
Yes, I think that's good. I like to see. Well, after they come, I like to see the people come.
Like
It doesn't.
I
it doesn't
do, I
affect
like
me.
I don't care about that. I don't even really.
I like it.
You like to
I
see the
feel like
girl
you have
come
to-
or the guy come?
The guy, the girl, whatever. Everybody has to come.
Somebody
in the
got to
room.
squirt.
You really
somewhere.
like the whole experience. You want to watch
Right?
everything.
She wants
She
to watch
needs
it
to-
I
all.
do want to watch. No, I skip past the beginning.
So you just go straight to the money shot.
yes.
All right. Now we have an advice question that somebody sent in, and so I've been dating this guy for almost 3 months now. I like him a lot. He's a great guy, but I can tell he has post-nasal drip. His breath constantly stinks,
No.
and he also doesn't have the best body odor. But he's a great guy, and we have a lot in
Post-nasal
common.
drip?
What is
Should I just
post-nasal
break
drip?
things off or let him know nicely that I like him, but he needs surgery?
Oh shit!
Do you think
Surgery?
it's a surgery issue?
She
It sounds
diagnosed
like it because
this
she said he
nigga.
has post-nasal drip. He has bad breath and a little body odor.
What the
It sounds
I
like there's
feel like
something
that
wrong.
might not be. I feel like that's fixable without surgery.
What causes post nasal drip?
I
Like,
have
does he
no
has like a
idea.
decapitated? What is it called?
But I feel
Septum?
like if he
Like,
just kept
what is it
having
when-
mints, like he should just know that he has a breath problem and he has more mints.
Sometimes it
think-
could be your diet too.
Yeah, I think
I was
mints
about to
is-
say that.
sometimes it's worse than mint.
But I think honestly, she should probably say something to him, like just so you know, like I'm not trying to be, funny. Like it's just something, and I really like you, and it's something you can easily fix.
Right.
So
When you
fix
leave here,
it.
the pillow stinks.
I'm sorry, I'm just
She should like buy him like a basket of like toiletries.
But sometimes that doesn't do anything.
I'm
like
disgusted.
his breath stinks. It's probably more of like what's
So
what
maybe
he
she
has in
should-
his stomach. His
Yeah,
inside.
maybe. But I feel like you got to find a way to say it
Or he has a
without
cavity.
destroying his ego, so he doesn't feel like, emasculated or like ashamed. Or just be like cool about it and be like, and then compliment him at the same time, like tell him other things you like about him, but like, and I really fuck with you, blah blah blah. But
You got a nice big dick, but your breath
but
stinks.
this got to change.
I wouldn't have even
And it's
got
so
to the
easy to
dick.
fix. It's fixable. You know, it's not like it's not fixable.
I wouldn't have been able to get to the dick. If your breath stinks, I'm not going past
Your
that.
dick probably stinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, your dick stink, your balls stink,
But
and I'm not
if
touching
she
you.
likes the guy enough
I'm
to
not
like,
touching
if she likes the guy enough to where those issues aren't big enough a deal to end it, then she's got to figure out how to.
I'll be
fix
like,
it.
my uncle's a dentist.
But how do you get? You do say that.
I You know,
But
my uncle's a
I
dentist.
feel like everything's fixable.
I just feel like how do
Everything?
you get to that point?
Pretty much, like when it comes to like,
no.
not everything. I take that back.
Okay.
I take that back. I think those kinds of things
As
are
K.
fixable.
Michelle.
I take that back.
Damn.
I don't believe everything.
All right, now we got one more question, and then I know you got things to do. All right, this question somebody sent in. My wife had an affair with her manager 11 years ago, and she confessed it to me recently after finding some inappropriate text from him to her. She's been ignoring him since his return to the company. I informed his wife of the texting, and she was already aware of it, but didn't mention anything about an affair. Should I tell her since she has a right to know? I'm not telling her to cause her pain, but because she deserves the truth, and how she handles it is up to her. They do have 4 kids, and that's why I'm doubting if I should tell her or not.
So he's trying to be a snitch.
But if the wife already knows about the text, then that's,
But she don't know that they had an affair.
11 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
It happened 11 years ago.
Well,
Well,
it's
I-
probably
Go,
been
sis.
happening.
I feel like the texts are enough incrimination right there. That's like
She knows.
she
knows
knows.
something.
Yeah. Like she knows. Like if my wife found dirty texts with me to somebody else, she would assume we were fucking.
And Kanye would
Right.
post
I
it.
think the husband is bitter, and he just misery loves company.
He's like, I
So-
want everybody mad. I want
Exactly.
him and his wife to break up.
And because
But-
you heard what she said, how she reacts when it is what she does is
Based
what she
on
does.
her,
Yeah,
yeah.
like nah, you want her to be mad. You want everybody
Well,
to be
sure,
mad. 'cause you mad.
and sure he wants them to be mad, and he probably wants to break up her
Her
relationship,
happy home. Mhm.
because
Fake
his
happy.
might be breaking up as well. But bottom line is, if she's seen the text, she knows.
Something.
Like, there's no new news. Like
Right.
the 11-year-old affair ain't even.
So
like,
you don't even
it's-
have to tell her. She knows.
The texts are the most relevant fact to me. The fact that they're texting right now while
Yeah,
y'all
that's
married
what,
right
that's what
now.
matters. What's
Right.
current.
Yeah.
Oh, I just had another great idea. You could play Jesus in the bedroom.
Is
that weird?
Jesus in the bedroom.
I have no idea what that would mean. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that could mean.
We don't know about his sexual exploits. There
Is
are
that
rumors.
taboo?
There are rumors about him and Mary Magdalene. That's why in the show that I was just in, there's kind of an insinuation that they might have had a relationship.
See, you could wear your sandals in the bedroom. I know that.
That's weird. I don't
Chrissy
think I
hates
would
sandals.
I know.
That's
I actually don't wear them either. Like I don't like how I look in them, so I don't wear them.
That's
But
a
Chrissy hates
bad
them as
role
well.
play.
You don't wear sandals on vacation or nothing?
No, if I'm on the beach, I'm usually just barefoot.
But to
Or
get
I
to
wear,
the beach, you
I wear
got-
like some sneakers with no socks, and then like a pair like
Like some canvas.
like
Vans or
Stan
something.
Smith or something like
Yeah.
something like
Okay.
it looks like that. And I'll just wear them to the beach and then walk around barefoot.
we got to get you some slides, man.
Yeah, plenty of people wear slides and it's cool, but I just don't like how I look in them. I don't like how I feel walking around. I don't like how I feel walking around. I feel very unsecured. And
It's not the
Secured.
feet are not secure enough in the
yeah,
slide.
I just feel like
You need more
it's
support
no
around the
support. It's nothing. I'd rather just
Nothing.
be barefoot.
Rather
The
just be
support is underneath because if you're walking somewhere
Barely.
hot,
They just slide around and flop around.
Yo, what are you doing?
They don't
What
do
is
shit
this?
for you.
That's the slide.
They don't
That's
do
the
shit for
guy
you.
outside the gas
It's-
station.
I don't like how guys look in thong sandals, but
Oh,
the slides,
thongs.
thong
Thong
sandals.
sandals.
Oh,
Thong
I heard
sandals.
thongs.
Yeah.
That's the one with the one
Yeah.
strip right
In
there on
between
your
your
toe.
big
I
Yeah.
think that
I was
looks a little
picturing
like a
something
little weird,
different.
but I think like
the strap
you
across
could
like
do
a
the
Jordan
slide.
slide.
I know lots of guys that wear slides, and
Or
it's
maybe some
cool, but I
Crocs
just
for
don't
you.
like how I
Some
feel or
Crocs.
look in them. I'm good.
With the socks, yeah, guys wear the slides with the
Yeah.
socks, like
Yeah.
all that.
You have
like-
nice
He'd rather go.
They're
socks than
fine.
shoes.
I mean, I get pedicures. They're fine. They're not beautiful. They're fine.
Your feet.
Yeah, my
Right.
feet. They're fine. I get
They're
pedicures.
fine.
I get pedicures when they get a little rough, and then that's it.
So he said he had on sneakers while he was in.
He was swimming.
Well, while I
with
was playing
sneakers on?
Jesus.
While he was
Oh.
playing, he didn't have on the Jesus sandals. He had on sneakers.
But-
No.
Nobody in the cast actually had sandals. We like no, except Mary, Sarah Bareilles. She wore sandals, but everybody else wore shoes.
They should have been like, they should demand that you wear.
Yeah, because when I think of Jesus, I think of sandals.
Right.
Well, the whole point of the way we styled the show was
Right,
to make
so it
it
was-
look updated and not look like it was of that period, but
Right.
more
Right,
now.
right,
Now,
right.
somebody sent me this question about grammatical errors, and a lot of people weighed in on it, and I just want to see what you think because I always look at you as a scholar as well.
I was an English major too, so,
So was
I
I.
know my way around grammar.
Okay, so to what degree does a man with poor texting grammar turn you off? Assuming everything else about him is great, how much would it matter? My grammar isn't exactly perfect, but damn, this guy I've recently started talking to seems super cool, but his texting is a huge turnoff. He says here when he means here, there when it should be there,
Oh,
and never
yeah.
even bothers to use any kind of
These are
punctuation.
pet peeves to me. I wouldn't be able to do it with somebody I was dating if they were that messy with grammar and spelling. Like, no. And you
I was
know-
an English major too, so I kind of get it.
I just
Yeah.
couldn't do it all the time because it would just be too much. I just want to correct everything.
Send it back with a
Yeah.
big F on the top.
Right, a red
Try
F,
again.
minus.
It's
Y'all
crazy because
petty.
Chrissy's a really good texter.
She
As
is.
people know from her tweeting, she's like clever and everything. And she's not always strict with grammar, but she's intentional with her grammar.
Right.
Like,
As
like-
long as you know the rules, you
yeah,
can break
she
them.
has her own rules, and she does it for effect more than because she doesn't know the
Right.
grammar. And she's very like clever and quick with the way she writes. And so that's part of how I fell in love with her was just our banter on text was really good.
That's
And
cool.
if somebody was texting me like that and their spelling was all over the place and their grammar was all over the place, I'm like, no, I couldn't do it.
One of
Did-
my sisters, she texts like that. Like every word is like wrong. Like
Yeah.
she'll mean steal with an A, but say it with an E, like two E's.
Ah,
Like,
Yeah.
and you know what I do? Because like we're not in a good place right now. We be arguing every time we text. So I would like correct her typos and send it back to her.
Oh,
You mean this?
so
That's
mean.
shady.
I'm having a great day, and it's still.
right.
Asterisk.
Right.
Oh, you know when
Every
people-
once in a while, when people try to clown me on Twitter, like Trump fans or whatever, and they're like, "You're such an idiot," but they always do your YOUR instead of YOU apostrophe RE.
You are.
I'm like, I just put asterisk YOU apostrophe RE.
And they're like, fuck you.
That pisses them off more
Yeah,
than
that makes it
anything,
worse.
I'm
I hate
sure.
when people write pedal stool instead of pedestal. Like, you put me up on a
No, I've
pedestal.
Don't
never
get me
seen
started.
nobody do
Don't
that
get me
before.
started on. I hate when people say
Laptop.
I could care less instead of I couldn't care less.
I could care less.
Oh, I probably would.
I might
A lot of
say
people
I
do
could
that. A lot. That's one of the most common ones.
Nah, you
that really
ODing
bothers
now.
me.
Okay, now you're
Because
being
you actually
really
mean,
nitpicky.
because you actually mean I couldn't care less.
But
people say I could
nobody
care
says
less.
that. Everybody says I could care less.
This is an essay.
But that's the opposite of what you mean.
You know, you just brought
could.
that to my attention because I wasn't even on that.
I could
now
care
I'm gonna
less.
be on it.
You,
I'ma be real.
I couldn't care less is what you mean.
Or
'Cause
maybe you're saying I
you're
could.
saying, you're
Yeah.
saying I'm at minimum give a fucks. Like I'm at minimum care. So you're saying I couldn't care less. If you said I could care less, you're like you could be at 100 on care.
And I got
And there's
some
all
cares
these
to
other
give.
cares down here.
Y'all lost me a few cares ago.
I could care less about I could care less.
I give 0 fucks. How's that?
I bet y'all couldn't care less about this conversation.
Now, when is the album coming out? Just so you know, 'cause
We're working on it. We're not done with it. So we just decided we wanted to have a single out for the summer because it felt like
a
the
good
right
thing.
mood for the summer.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not gonna wait till the album's done. They put it out. I'm just gonna give my fans something. The video is dope and the song is dope. Let's just put it out. And
It's
then
like a fun club in the club.
I got a
Yeah.
question. Why the hell you not in the video?
I am in the video,
Oh,
but
when
I'm
I
not
was
the
watching
I'm
it,
not
you
the
was like-
couple. I was
Oh,
the
you wasn't the guy.
yes.
Y'all wasn't kissing.
So the
and all
lead,
that.
so the lead is just a young couple. Cause I feel like people associate me and Chrissy so much.
Y'all got some
And
videos.
it's like singing about my wife and this and that. I
Right,
felt like it'd be
right.
better to like.
Well, that sounds
let-
clearly not about your wife because you actually found a wife. and-
It's saying you just met somebody that could be your wife. So it's
Right.
more about new love. And so we wanted the video to be more about new love.
Yeah, because
than,
that's not believable. You done
Yeah.
found your wife.
yeah.
12 years
and my
ago.
wife is like 8 months pregnant.
Baby
like
number two.
we've
Like,
been
she
together for
just
12.
find her, or-
We've
Yeah.
been together for 12
She in the
years.
club drinking like, I found my wife. She's pregnant, but
But I found her.
So we wanted to focus on new love in the video.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right. right. Well, it's a nice, fun song, and we love it. It's very catchy because we've been singing it ever since.
Good.
Oh my gosh, so good.
All day.
Good.
We can't wait for the baby to come too, because the other baby is so cute.
Oh,
you,
little
you make
Luna.
the best kids.
And this sounds a little weird, but I saw the ultrasound, and he really looks like Luna too. Like,
Are you kidding me?
yeah, like we've got a good picture of his face, and we're like, oh my God, he looks literally just like Luna looked at that stage when she was a baby.
That's
She's
so exciting.
pretty. She's like the cutest baby.
It's
ever.
gonna be a little Chrissy and a little John now on the way.
Yes,
Baby JL.
indeed.
Is his name John also?
We don't
John
know
Jr.?
yet. We haven't decided.
Are you thinking about a junior?
We've thought about it, but we have a bunch of other names we're thinking about too. So we'll see.
Oh, we can't wait to hear this name. I know it's
Yeah.
gonna be.
As long as
We're
it's
not. We don't
Donald.
like crazy celebrity name.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, Luna's very different though.
It's
not a lot
different
of-
enough,
I
but
don't
it's
know
like-
anybody named
but I
Luna.
feel like it's just different enough, but also like
It's still
not wacky.
Who has the wackiest baby
Stop it.
name right now?
I'm
Don't talk about nobody kids, girl. Get out
I'm
of
not
here.
talking about
Bye.
folks.
It's not the kids didn't name themselves. It's the parents.
Yeah, but they gotta
Meet
go
the
around with
parents.
it.
Yeah, listen, can't do that.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming through. We really appreciate it. This was big for us.
It's my pleasure and great to see y'all. I've seen all y'all in different contexts, but it's good to see you here. All right.
Mr. JL, aka John Legend. Let me see
Yes.
if anything else happened on Twitter. Hold
Oh,
on,
yeah,
before
yeah,
you get
before
out
you
of here.
go.
Let me just make sure.
do a Twitter check.
Hold
Make
on,
sure
'cause
y'all
I wanna
cop
make sure
that
we
new
don't-
porn.
The legend.
The legend.
Oh, hold on. All right, yeah. there's
Directed
nothing.
by
You guys are-
JL.
You guys are good.
Oh, no? That's it?
Safe for now.
Yeah, there's nothing there. All right.
Okay.
All right, John
All
Legend, ladies
right.
and gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you.